Hey Sagittarius, happy April. I hope you guys had a really good March. Today we're going to go into your April 2018 forecast where we're going to go into how the month is going to go for you guys, things you should keep in mind or watch out for, and what strengths you bring to the table to help you with those challenges. And I now offer extended readings, and in that extended reading, I'm going to go into maybe some information that you weren't aware of that I will now make you aware of, what you should be focusing on, what approach you should be taking, and what outcome you guys can expect into April of 2018 and after. To access the extended reading, there is a link below in the description box. It will lead you to a Vimeo page, and that's where you guys can access the extended reading. And before we get into the forecast, I also want to let you guys know that earlier I did a video that's on this channel called How to Get Clients as a Life Coach Part 1. And whether or not you're a life coach, I recommend that you watch that video. The reason why I say that is, one, if you are a life coach, then that video is targeted towards you guys. And then two, if you're not a life coach, still go ahead and watch that video. I basically go into a complete SWOT analysis of the life coaching market, and I will be doing a SWOT analysis of other businesses and markets and industries. And if you like that kind of video, go ahead and comment after you watch it in the comments below that video what industry or business or industry or market, saying the same words, you would like me to go into next. I have a plan for what markets I'm going to go into next, but if you guys put something in the comments, then I will prioritize yours. So with that, let's go ahead and get started with the April 2018 forecast. So the way I see April 2018 going for you guys is, I don't know, not that great. So I see you guys still being in this kind of mood or funk or just mindset where you guys just aren't feeling your best, and your mind also feels a little bit clouded. And yeah, your guys' minds feel clouded, just not clear. And you guys are working towards something. You guys are focused or have some kind of direction, but it's not like an intense focus. It's not like you guys are really moving forward in that direction. Like you guys are moving forward. It's like you guys are kind of moving forward in a direction, but there's like this aimless feeling to it still. So it's not like you guys are aimlessly going anywhere. You guys are aimlessly going towards something that you guys are working on, some kind of direction, something that you guys feel is the right direction. And I think it is the right direction. Like wherever you guys are going, whatever you guys are focusing on is the right thing to be focusing on. And I think it's like a very constructive work, business oriented direction. I think that's what you guys are focused on. But so the direction is fine. I just think that the way you're approaching it, you guys are kind of aimless and not really fully in it. You want to be fully in it, but you guys are just in this weird, odd mindset where, yeah, you're just not clear and you're clouded and you're aimlessly going in that direction. Like you guys aren't, it's like if there's a path from A to B, the shortest path is a straight line, but you guys are kind of zigzagging to it. And there is a way for you guys to go straight to it, but you're just not, somehow you're just not there mentally and emotionally. I think the reason why you guys are being more aimless about it is it's really more that you guys are being, yeah, you guys are kind of being aimless about it, but you guys are also being half-hearted about it. And I think it's because on some levels, you know that that's the direction that you should be going in, but on other levels, you question it or doubt it and aren't really sure if that's really the exact direction you should go in, or if you need to tweak something or shift a little bit. And so even though a part of you knows that, yeah, I should be doing this, like I think it's more the mental part of you knows that. The rest of you, like your energy and your emotions and a lot of also the mental aspects of you, haven't fully bought into that being the right direction for you. And so you hold back a little and can't fully invest yourself. And so that's why you guys have half-hearted attempts towards this and kind of are like there but not there, you know, kind of moving towards it but also not moving towards it. You know, that's the kind of the aimless side of it. In terms of why you guys are half-hearted about this and questioning whether it's the right direction, I think it really depends on the person, because I'm getting so many different reasons why that's happening. So for some of you, it might be that you looked into it too much, you researched too much. And you know how when you get excited about an idea or a direction and then you just want to do all this research on it, and you know, at first it's a good thing, and then all of a sudden you start doing too much research and you start seeing all the problems and the pitfalls, and your excitement starts to drop, and then you start to question whether you should even begin at all. So I think for some of you guys, you got stuck in that kind of analysis paralysis mode where you start off researching because you're excited, and then it starts to become too much and you start to question whether or not it's really the right path for you. So I think some of you guys did that. I think for some of you, there's probably somebody who said something to you about it and it made you start to question and doubt. Yeah, they put something in your head that made you shift your mindset about it. And so now you're kind of pulling back from that idea. So I think there's like a variety of reasons. I don't think those are even the only two. I think there's a variety of reasons of why you guys have been half-hearted about this idea or direction. So what I get for you guys to keep in mind or watch out for is, I think getting input from other people, like if somebody said something to you and that kind of put some doubts in your mind and made you think about your direction a little bit differently, I think it's good to get thoughts from other people and then incorporate them into what you're doing. But I think that for you guys, you also need to make sure that you are keeping true to your thoughts as well. So there's a reason why you got interested and excited in this direction or this idea. And yes, maybe it needs some refining, but there's a reason why it resonated with you, and you need to stay true to that. And what I mean by that is, yes, be open to other people having their opinions and their ideas and maybe giving you some advice and feedback on it, but don't be so influenced by their opinion of things or maybe their negativity of how it's going to work out that it starts to affect you in the way that it has. Like, it's good to incorporate, it's good to have the balance of, because you guys, when somebody like you guys, everybody gets excited about an idea, they tend to focus mostly on the positives. And so having somebody who can also bring in that balance of the negatives is valuable in that it gives you a balanced perspective and you have a better base to go off of and make your decisions and plan out your steps forward. But you know, sometimes people's negativity, like their feedback comes from not having all the information. Like, you're the one that's done the research. You're the one that's looked into this. You're the one that this resonated with. You're a different person, right? You're different from this other person who has their own opinions and their own experiences and their own goals. So yes, their feedback is important to consider, but they haven't done the research that you have. They probably aren't interested in the market that you're interested in. They may not even be interested in, I feel like maybe the person, if there was a person was interested in business. So that, I mean, they have some perspective there, but every business is so different. And every person who's running a business is so different. And when you hire people, every employee is so different and they add something different to your business than a whole different set of employees would add to somebody else's. So yeah, basically what I'm saying is keep in mind what they're saying, but their advice is never going to be 100% applicable to you because they're not you and they don't have your interests exactly. They don't have your skill set exactly. Like, what might work for them might not work for you because that's just not where your strengths are. Like, if you are a poor writer and let's say somebody was like, oh, you should write posts every single day and blog posts every single day, but you're just not a good writer. Maybe you're better at making videos. Then that just wouldn't work for you because you would be sitting there every day trying to write, but one, you probably wouldn't have the motivation to write, and so it would just be a struggle every single day. You'd be adding all this energetic resistance to your business, and then two, like the output after all of that effort and forcing yourself to sit down and forcing yourself to write, the output probably wouldn't be that good because one, that might not be your strength unless you want to strengthen it, that's fine, but if it's not, then it's not your strength, and two, your heart just wasn't in it, and so while that strategy may work for them, it doesn't work for you. So basically, that's all to say that, yes, keep in mind their perspective, but don't be so influenced and so impressioned by their perspective that it allows you to second guess yourself and your direction. So keep it in mind and like use their feedback to maybe tweak and refine your idea, but don't let it throw you off course and make you be half-hearted in your attempts the way that you guys have been half-hearted recently. In terms of the strength, I actually think that you guys may be thrown off for a good part of this month. So I'm not entirely sure how the strength comes into play for you guys. What I really get in terms of that is you guys are going to be thrown off for this month, just because of the nature of like what's happened and just your mindset. But even though that's going to happen, it's like you will learn from this experience going forward. You will learn not to allow yourself to get so thrown off going forward, basically. So yeah, I think maybe you don't have a strength this month that's going to help you, but you will be developing a strength this month, which will be to be a little bit more in tune with yourself and your ideas and your path. And yeah, basically to take on the qualities that we just talked about, which is like taking other people's feedback, but really trust yourself first. Yeah, really trust yourself first. So I think that this month of kind of being thrown around on this is going to help you guys learn to trust yourself more. And trusting yourself is one of those things that I don't think anybody ever fully achieves, because every time you start something new, you know, there comes that period of time when you start to question yourself, and that's perfectly normal. But I think that this will make you stronger in that. And so while like in the future, of course, you will go through moments where you question things, it won't be the same as you have been now. Like you guys will be more solid in yourselves even when you start something brand new, and you won't get so swept away, I think, by other ideas, opinions, research, that kind of thing. I did look into what could help you guys not second guess so much, but I think it's one of those things that you have to experience so that you will be, you know, stronger going forward. And I also think that while it will feel a bit like a waste of a month because you will be going back and forth and not really moving forward as well as you could be, that, yeah, it's just one of the, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't really, it's going to feel like a waste of a month, but I think that it's important for you guys, and it's not going to be, like, it will feel like you are wasting your month, but at the end of the month, it's not like you really lost that much. So, yeah, it will feel like you guys are wasting your time a little bit, but you guys really aren't. Like, there's not a lot that you guys are wasting. Like, it feels that way, but it's not actually in reality. So, yeah, that's what I get for you guys. Yeah, so basically, this concludes the YouTube part 1 version of this reading, and if you guys are interested in the extended version on Vimeo, the link is below in the description box, where we go into information that you may not already know that would be helpful for you to know in April, and what you guys should be focused on throughout the month, the approach that you should take, and then the overall outcome you guys can expect. Go ahead and join me in the extended reading. So I will catch you guys on Vimeo.